And we're back. And we're back. Today, we're just gonna go right ahead and jump right into it. Let's turn into an at-home barista. It's time to clock in. Alrighty then. Today's drink of choice is going to be a French vanilla matcha. I have not had this, but I just know this is going to be delicious because it's French vanilla. I mean, how can you go wrong with French vanilla? You can't. All week I'm going to be trying out different measurements because that barista card is coming soon. And I need to be able to make small, medium, and largest, so I need to know what amounts of everything I should be putting in the drinks. We're practicing, long story short, we're practicing. I just know. We have almost all of our ingredients. We just have to add one more, which is the creamer, but we're going to mix her up first. A splash of sweet and creamy creamer, just a splash. Mix her up. Okay, let's pour her up. I just know, this is one of them times, I just know. Let's try her. And I was right. Top 3 best matchas I've ever made, and I've been making matchas for a few months now, so this means a lot. Let's go ahead and jump right into it because let's talk staying calm in chaotic situations. I don't know if you've ever been there or not, but I have. Yeah, it can get pretty chaotic. Have you had a situation in your life where you had to stay calm, but the situation was chaotic? The situation was crazy. The situation, it was a lot going on. The situation was situationing. What do you do? What did you do? I wanted to come on here and talk about staying calm in chaotic situations. Chaotic situation can be literally in the moment, like something crazy happening. Be just a situation where it just brings your spirit up and now you're just like immediately angry. That's chaotic. It can be a situation where it has nothing to do with you, but you're somewhere around a chaotic situation and you need to sort yourself out. What do you do in chaotic situations? Actually, this is kind of attributed to my mom because my mom is just a bomb.com. She's the queen of bringing it down. I got some tips from her and I would love to share them with you guys, and hopefully they help you the way that they have helped me. One is just breathe, okay? Breathe in, breathe out, breathe. My mom has always said, the hyper and more all over the place you are, the hyper and more all over the place the situation will be. But if you can stop and breathe first, then you can deal with whatever the situation is. Then it's about dealing with the situation for what it is. Not what it could be, not what it was. Deal with what is in front of you as it is. The calmer you are, the calmer the situation becomes. Because you're able to rationalize your thinking, you're able to bring it down and see everything for what it is and not see it in the light of red and not see it in the light of like confusion. When you calm yourself down, breathe, and deal with the situation as is, you're able to see the reality of it and see what you have to do in that moment. I really used to be the person that when something was to happen, I'm running around, I'm doing this, I'm like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And I can still become her if I allow myself to. I have definitely caught myself in times where I felt myself getting ready to go back to the old me and start to panic and try to like go crazy. But then I remember, girl, calm down. Because the hyper I am, the hyper everyone around me is going to be. Staying calm in chaotic situations is hard but doable. And really it's only hard until you understand the concept and the importance of staying calm. Once you understand that, it's so doable and it just becomes a part of your lifestyle to stay calm in any situation. Now that I am staying calm in serious situations, I haven't always. A quick example, this weekend my parents had their 50th wedding anniversary and I was the one who was calling around trying to see what restaurants were open because their anniversary is the day after Valentine's Day. And you know, the whole Valentine's Day weekend is just crazy. I was calling around to different spots and like literally no restaurant had any openings until like 8 and 9 o'clock. And it's like, come on, that's late to be eating dinner. So I was like, I started to feel myself get some anxiety and start to feel like, OMG, what are we gonna do? I called my sisters and I'm like, you guys, I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm calling all these places and everyone is saying, give me the runaround. They don't have any openings or super late openings. I was telling them this. I was calming down because I felt myself rising up. And then my sisters was like, listen, I know we want to do something cute and fancy, but we might just have to go to such and such, such and such. And then they started naming places and I'm like, I didn't even think of that place. So let me call them because I like that option. So it ended up working out, but I stayed calm, okay? Now the old me would have cried. I'm talking crying, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm a very emotional person and it's great to be emotional, but it's a time and it's a place. And me crying all the time ain't gonna work. I'm learning to be able to calm down in stressful situations, chaotic situations. I even have to calm myself down when I'm excited because I will really, and sometimes you can't do this in certain places and you can't do this at certain times. So I'm really learning to calm myself down just in general. But like I said, I haven't always been this way. Now my kids are 4. They're 4 now. The twins are 4 now. But when they were first born, I don't know if anyone else has twins out there, but you don't have to have twins. You can have just one baby and know that it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot. And it's easy to allow a situation to get very chaotic, especially when you are a new parent. So I can honestly say, I know for a fact, I was not always calm in chaotic situations when my kids were babies. It was always just a lot going on. And like I said, I am very emotional. So I take, like, the smallest thing will make me cry. And I was just like, there were times when I was up here. I'm talking up here. And I would call my mom crying like, Mommy, my kids just don't know what to do. And the first thing she would say is, baby, calm down. We'll figure it out, but you gotta calm down first, because I would call like hysterically crying and just all over the place. And she would say, calm down. You know how many times I did this? Just calling my mom in a frenzy, calling my mom in a panic, calling my mom, scaring her because I'm scared, and I'm allowing a situation to turn into chaos because of me and because I'm scared. Instead of calming down, instead of seeing the situation for what it is, instead of breathing, I just will automatically go into a frenzy. Some of the times I was creating a chaotic situation. It didn't even have to go that way. I didn't come into a chaotic situation. I created a chaotic situation. When we're in these moments, because they're going to come, I literally just had one 3 days ago where a situation came and it could have got chaotic, it could have got emotional and all the things, but I calmed down first and looked at the situation for what it was, figured out a plan, and executed that plan. It's just about remembering to calm down and breathe and see the situation for what it is, and then you can figure out what's the next steps. But the first things first is calm down, because the more hyper we are, the more hyper we make those around us. The more hyper we are, the more hyper we make the situation. Because one thing about a chaotic situation, don't nobody want to be a part of that. It's about calming down. Staying calm is the name of the game. That's what my mama taught me.